Could our community be a model for cities across the country, improving police-community relations?
Calling it the issue of our time, newly confirmed U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch holds up Cincinnati as an example today for the right way to improve a police department. Local 12's Jeff Hirsch is live at the Underground Railroad Freedom Center with why she chose to kick off a national tour right here. Jeff.
Good evening. Think Baltimore, think Ferguson. Now think back to Cincinnati in 2001, just after the riots, and think how far we have come as a community in police-community relations. And that is why the Attorney General kicked off her nationwide police-community relations tour, improvement tour, right here at the Freedom Center.
We'll head right this way.
Attorney General Lynch toured the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center before her forum on police-community relations. It's no accident that Lynch picked Cincinnati for the first stop in a nationwide series of meetings on community policing. Following the 2001 riots, Cincinnati and its collaborative agreement became not a national model, but the national model for how to improve relations between the police and the community, particularly the minority community.
I think she chose us because we're demonstrating that we are evidence-based first and foremost, so that by the metrics, we go where crime is. Secondly, we're a community problem-oriented policing city. And lastly, we have the highest level of community engagement of any city in the United States.
For a city to live and grow, everyone has to be invested in making it better. And everyone has to decide at some point, we're going to sit down and talk to each other. After we've all talked at each other, we're going to talk to each other. And Cincinnati has been able to do that.
Dozens of police officers and community and religious leaders met with the Attorney General. But there was also a 10-year-old girl, Brielle Poston, who waited in the lobby for a glimpse of the first female Attorney General and first female African-American Attorney General in U.S. history. I want you to tell me what it says on the sign and why you made it.
You inspire me. I made this because Loretta Lynch inspires me.
What do you want to be when you grow up, do you know?
I want to be in the Supreme Court.
Well, certainly an ambitious thought by that young lady. She was, of course, not alive when the riots occurred, and the collaborative agreement was forged out of that, which improved police-community relations. There was various monitoring instituted, a complaint authority, changes in police practices. Very controversial at the time, very controversial, but everyone has seemed to embrace it since. Interestingly, you saw the meeting there, and we were in there, but after the opening remarks by the Attorney General, the police chief, and the mayor, all the media was, I won't say thrown out, I will say politely escorted out. And the rationale behind that for the folks in there was so they could have an open dialogue and exchange of ideas, but we were not in there to hear it, and that was their choice. Live at the Freedom Center, Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News.
Wasn't it gratifying to do this story today after we lived through what we lived through, telling the other side of the story, Jeff?
Yeah, those of us who were here remember it. It was not pleasant, and you saw the stuff in Baltimore, and you go, wow, we had the same thing happen here.
Absolutely. Jeff Hirsch, thanks very much. Other cities on the Attorney General's trip: Birmingham, Pittsburgh, Seattle, Richmond, California, and East Haven, Connecticut. The Justice Department is making more than $160 million available to police departments nationwide to institute a variety of reforms. New at 6 tonight, we'll see why the Attorney General's first stop in Cincinnati was a local elementary school.